Welcome to part 2 of our fall semester exam review. This time we're going to look at geometric sequences. So in a geometric sequence, you find each term by multiplying the previous term by a constant. That constant is called the common ratio. Now, here's an example. In this example, the common ratio is 2. In other words, if I pick out the fifth term in this sequence, which is 16, I can find the next term by multiplying 16 by 2. I get 32. And I can find the next term by multiplying 32 by 2 and getting 64. That's what we mean by a common ratio. So let's look at how you can determine if you have a geometric sequence. So suppose you have this sequence, which is the one from the example previous to this, and we want to figure out whether or not we have a geometric sequence. I'm going to divide the second term by the first term. Now, why do I divide? Because I'm undoing that multiplication. I want to see if I have a common ratio. So here we go. So I'm going to divide 2 by 1, and my answer is 2. Well, I need to do a few more to make sure that I actually have a common ratio. So I'm going to divide the third term by the second term, and I get 2. And what do you know? When I divide the fourth term by the third term, I also get 2. Well, that means that the answer is always 2, and that 2 is my common ratio. Now I know for sure that I have a geometric sequence because I have a common ratio. Now that ratio could be any number, but as long as it's constant and common, you have a geometric sequence. Let's look at another example. Suppose I have this sequence: 1, -5, 25, -125, 625. It looks kind of weird because every other number is negative, but let's see what we got. I'm going to follow my process. I'm going to divide the second term by the first term. So -5 divided by 1, I get -5. Okay, let's do the next set. Going to divide the third term by the second term. So 25 divided by -5 is equal to -5. So far, so good, right? Let's do one more just to make sure. I'm going to divide the fourth term by the third term. That's -5. Oh, so it looks like my answer, when I do this, is always -5. That means the common ratio is -5, and since this sequence has a common ratio, it's definitely a geometric sequence. Now it's your turn. Once you exit this video, you will be given some sequences and asked to determine if they are geometric. You may use any notes you took from this video. And who knows, you might be able to use your notes on the semester exam. So if you didn't take good notes, I would pause now, go back, and make sure that you have a good set of notes. Peace out, peoples.